memoir, the Fun Gallery, the true story. Is it really true?
It's all true.
No fabrications? Okay. So anyway, Patti is going to read from this book. Patti is known as the queen of the downtown scene in New York, and she had the Fun Gallery from 1981, I believe, to 85. Her roster of artists spanned from Basquiat to Kitty Sharp. It was during the punk scene. I wasn't born then, so I just heard about it. So anyway, it sounds like a fun time to be there. And, joke. Anyway, I am not going to really tell you much more about Patti. We are so happy to have her. The book is for sale and she's signing it, and she's going to read some excerpts from her fabulous book, The Fun Gallery. So let's have...
The opening was the usual mayhem, enlivened by the presence of rock star Paul Simon. I was embarrassed to find out he was being followed around the gallery by the local homeboys humming Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. I grabbed their scrawny little arms and told them to pull it. One great painting in the show caught Paul Simon's interest. We were all ready to sell it to him, St. Joe Louis surrounded by snakes, for the thrilling price of $8,000, when Rene Ricard burst out in a hysterical screaming fit that John had promised him that painting. If we sold it, we would be traitors after everything he, Rene, had done for us. And he would throw himself out of the street right away and be run over by a car, which he proceeded to demonstrate, followed by a deafening screech of brakes from outside. This kind of put a damper on that particular transaction, and Paul Simon left without buying anything. John was seeing keep it down back there. John was seeing the young singer Madonna at the time, and they spent most of the night huddled in corners having a hissing vituperative fight. At one point, Bill, with my partner Bill Stelling, and I were trapped in the tiny closet we grandly called our back room, art biz terminology for the storage space out of which you could sell paintings, if you ever sold any, which we did. Okay. We had retreated there to buy a couple lines of Coke and get away from the mob. J.M. and Madonna were leaning against the door arguing, and we heard the whole thing. She had given a huge party in Jean-Michel's loft while he was out of town, telling everyone it was hers and letting them drink all his booze. He was furious. Madonna was well known on the scene as a total slut. The nightclub The Grill had outgrown its small downstairs quarters and had moved to the Roxy roller rink at 18th Street and 10th Avenue. Friday nights it was packed with hundreds of downtown and uptown hip-hoppers. Madonna's claim to fame, besides her hit Holiday, was the blowjob she would give in the men's bathroom.
Yes, she was.
Still, I guess it paid off for her. She and John were a short-lived item, and he went back to the long-suffering Suzanne Malou. Bill and I finally got out of the closet.